Okay, my name is Zakashi, guys, and you guys are here to get the Chrono Crystal so that you can pull the Legends Limited Super Saiyan Goku, or you can just stack up even more. I'm not going to waste any of you guys' time. This video is going to have every single way you can get Chrono Crystals at the moment so that you can increase your odds, of course. So if you haven't already, make sure to press the subscribe button, man. We're on this grand 70,000 subscribers, and let's get into the video, man. Alright, so the first way in this video is a new way that just came out literally today. It's not especially new in the game, but it's a new raid that's come out today. So we've got the raid here. You can get up to 700 Chrono Crystals, but there's going to be 2 raids. So at the moment there's only one, but after this one's done in 14 days, there should be another one where you can get another 700 Chrono Crystals. So if I actually go to the exchange shop at the top, you'd see I'm able to actually claim it, but it's in steps, which is why you can't see. But if you want to read more about it overall, if you go to the news and you actually scroll down and find where the raid is, so it shouldn't be far down, there is the details. You can actually see it explains everything here, and it says at the top, get a total of 1,400 Chrono Crystals by playing both raids. It also says season 1 at the top, and there you say the first raid boss is Final Form Frieza, which tells you that there's going to be another raid. But if from this one you can only get like 700, and if from both raid you can only get 1,400, 700 times 2, that's 1,400. So 700 this one, then it should be 700 the next one, which is actually just simple maths. Another thing I also want to advise is that you definitely use the boost unit so you can increase your odds to the max. You can see if you have the new Goku, which is kind of backwards considering that you're using this video to try and get a new Goku, then you'd increase your odds of getting more medals, which would allow you to get to the exchange shop faster, so you can use the medals to get the Chrono Crystals and some other nice stuff as well. It's not just Chrono Crystals, but these are the other characters that you can use. These characters make you drop more amounts, and this one increases your rate. So try to get your rate to like 100% and then go for the drop amount, which is what I would do. So yeah, first step to get your Chrono Crystals up, raid 1,400 between 2 raids. At the time I'm recording this, there's only 1 day left in the Battle Royale, but if you haven't played it, you can play it, if not today, tomorrow, and you'd actually be able to get, I believe, 300 Chrono Crystals from the exchange shop. It's not a lot, but at the same time, you'd be able to actually get something. But I do believe if you haven't been playing PvP every single day, or at least coming into the PvP section to get tickets, you won't be able to. But what you'd be able to do is exchange your coins here from winning the Battle Royale. It's just a PvP game mode where you can only use specific units, and exchange them for Chrono Crystals. Obviously here, 300 that I can actually claim. So it's not a large amount, but it's still something. And there might be another one even sooner than later. Simply because obviously the new Goku came out, so they might do a new one specifically for him. Maybe something Frieza Saga based, I don't know. But yeah, for right now, even though there's only 48 hours left, 24 hours left, we got the Battle Royale. This one's here for the newer players. The newer players love this one. Every single time they go crazy for it. What you want to actually do is go to your character list, and you want to soul boost your characters. Soul boosting your characters gives you a bunch of Chrono Crystals. You get about, I believe, maybe 10 for every 100 to 200 panels, and each character. So if I actually change this, which is what you should do, change it to unlock the boost panels, and then if you go to filter, you can also change this to your sparkings and ultras, because they're going to be what you want to do first. The Zenkais, they go to 864 just for one character, and then the regular characters, they get 426, so the sparkings that are not Zenkais. So yeah, like it's just a bunch. It's a bunch of boost panels, and if you do all of them, you can imagine you get a bunch of Chrono Crystals. Now there is a limit, and I think the limit is about 200,000 panels, but that's still a large way off if you haven't done this before. So go ahead and start with your sparkings, then probably go to your ultras, or go ultra sparkings, then extremes, then heroes, and by the time you get to 200,000, you'd have a lot of Chrono Crystals. So take advantage of this if you haven't done it already, but if you have, then obviously this is tough, because once you do this, it's pretty much not something you can return to. I did this very early in my days of playing Dragon Ball Legends, unfortunately. So yeah, that's like number 3 on the list. We got soul boosting. This method I'm bringing up works very well with the fact that there's a new raid out right now. So if you don't specifically care about slot removers, this is especially valuable to you. So what you're going to want to do is actually get one of these equipments that look like this. So the one I like to use for this is this, right? I have the Dragon Fist one, and what's good about this equipment is no matter what I roll on this one here, the slot 3, I'd be able to get a Z equip. Now you can see that there's only 3 options available. So either get a 10% inflicted damage, the 20% inflicted damage, or the third option, which is inflicted damage, special move, and ultimate all in one. Unlike regular equipment slots where there's usually a range of a percentage, so 5 to 8, and you can see here there's 3 different slots but with ranges, the third slot on a lot of these unique equipments only give you 3 options, and right now I have the lowest one, so you can imagine even if I re-roll, I would get another Z. Now what that means is that when I do re-roll and I get another Z, no matter what slot I get, right, it would still be listed as me obtaining a Z. And the value in this is that every time you get a Z, it works towards your Z missions where you're actually able to get Chrono Crystals based on the amount of Zs you roll or high ranked equipments in general. So if you go to your Z missions, right, I have them over here, you can see I'm getting Chrono Crystals for getting pieces of A or higher. But there's also one that says Z or higher, S or higher or something like that as well. So you'd actually just be able to obtain through numerous amount of ways in the Z mission. So definitely abuse this if you want to get slot removers. Like I said, it works very well with the raid. In the raid exchange shop, I believe you can get up to 2,000 slot removers, which is a bunch. So definitely take advantage of that. You can see here there's steps. It might be 1,000, but regardless, 1,000 is still a lot, and you're just continuously rolling and knowing that you're just going to get a low slot. Even if you get a high one, just continue. And if you want to know where you want to get the equipments, you go to upgrade equipment, ultimate equipment collection, and then you want to get one of these ones with like a character's face on them. Now not all of them work. For example, Margin Vegeta's one isn't good, so I just advise you go for like maybe Jiren. I think Bardock's one works, Corrupted Zamasu's works, G4's works. And then you want to try to get a good first slot on any of those equips, because the first slot will guarantee that you get a Z much easier when you get to the third slot. So if make sure first slot's red or yellow, second slot can be decent, and then third slot will be guaranteed to you every single time. Next up, this one's very cheap, but we got increasing friendship rank. If you want to know numerous ways to get friendship rank, there's pretty much only 2 ways, depending on the time of like the year you're playing, where there's maybe an event for friendship rank. Let's fight, and there's a story mode mission. I forgot the specific chapter, but it should be written on the left or right. Get a team like this where you have pretty much everybody having this friendship rank equipment. So you can see it's this one here, and it actually increases the amount of friendship rank I get. And then every time I increase a character's friendship rank from 1 to 2, I would get a set amount of Chrono Crystals. You can get this from the Z Medal shop if you're wondering. So if I actually go to my character list, right, there's probably a bunch of characters that I don't have friendship to. So if I change this to friendship rank, and then you can see just off rip, there's a bunch of characters. Now with my team that I just showed you, just by doing one let's fight, I'm able to get them to friendship 2, and that will give me Chrono Crystals. It's not a lot, but it's something you can do gradually every single day. Like at the moment, I'm actually just trying to get this GOKU to friendship rank 5 because of the event. But if I can actually like go into it quickly, I don't know how long it would take, so hopefully it doesn't take too long. But as soon as I get up a friendship rank, I'd be able to get more Chrono Crystals. But I will say getting like beyond 2 is a waste of your time. So what I just advise is you stop at 2. You can do it through one battle. You go from 1 to 2 every single time, and that will give you some Chrono Crystals. But every time you go up a friendship rank, I'm pretty sure you get Chrono Crystals. So you can see their rewards received 3. That's nice. But that's pretty much it for this section here. It depends on if you're really tedious about it, but if you do this every single day, you can imagine I'm getting Chrono Crystals every single day. It's a small amount, but there's 3 let's fights a day, so that's at least 9 a day. Very easy to do, but something you can just do on the back end. Okay, so next up we got the story mode here, and every time you clear the story mode, you obviously get Chrono Crystals. So you get Chrono Crystals in multiple ways for the story mode. There's new chapters right now, but if you haven't played, there's a bunch to do. So for this section, I like bringing out the calculator, so you can see there's 672 right there. If I go into my calculator, I do 672, and then I times that by 3, because every single challenge is pretty much 3 Chrono Crystals. That would be 2,016 Chrono Crystals, which is a lot. It's a lot. And then there's all of these sections here. So if you haven't played, definitely go through and play all of them. But that's not it. So you get Chrono Crystals from the challenges. You get Chrono Crystals from the first time clear. If you go to your missions, in the Z missions, you also get Chrono Crystals for clearing it the first time. So if I actually pull up the Z missions right now, I go to the bottom and then I find it. It should be like right here. Where is it? There we go. Part 14, book 6, and every time that happens you get 10 Chrono Crystals. And even in the special section, there's more Legends missions that give you Chrono Crystals clearing challenges as well. So you're just rewarded in so many ways for just playing the story mode. It's actually quite absurd. So if you haven't taken advantage of this, you definitely should add that into your rota, because it's probably one of the biggest and most impactful ways to get Chrono Crystals. But unfortunately, once you've cleared it, it's done. But yeah, there's new chapters for even me, so there's definitely chapters for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this when I have the time. But yeah, story mode, definitely be sure to participate in that. I touched on this in a sense with the raid, but just generally speaking, playing the events is obviously going to give you a large amount of chrono crystals. Now, I'm bringing this up to say that there should be a certain way you go about playing the raid. I mean, not the raid, the events in total. Because a lot of them expire at a certain time, and some of them don't give you chrono crystals. For example, the Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush. It expires later than, for example, the boot camp, and it doesn't give you chrono crystals as well. So if you're looking for chrono crystals specifically, you should obviously prioritize the boot camp, which disappears in 6 days. Some of these give you first time clears and whatnot, so you should definitely go for them over a lot of things. In the original series, there's these down here that don't expire because they're, I believe they're for Zenkais. But then over here, these ones have 6 days. So once these are gone, it's going to take a while for them to recycle, which is why you should prioritize these over these down here. So it's more so about the order you do them, and then of course there's some over here that don't even give you chrono crystals as well. So if I go into, for example, the bonus battle Zeni, if you check the challenges, no chrono crystals, but you do get a first time clear, which is just something that you should know. And then there's obviously as well the special section where there's some challenges that you can do, but again, a lot of these don't disappear as well. So you should also just think about your priorities about when you're doing what, so you can maximize the amount of chrono crystals that you can get in the long haul. I also just noticed there's this as well, Perilous Clash. You can get some chrono crystals here if you have all these characters like 14 stars based on your star levels and some other stuff. So yeah, definitely take advantage of the events. It's common sense pretty much, but at the same time I'm just helping you guys out with the priorities so you don't miss out on any events. That way you're capitalizing in the best way possible. Next up, we got PvP. Although I'm not a fan of it this season because of how they've done the renovation preseason, it's still a good way to get chrono crystals. You should definitely try and build up one team, especially with the new Goku out, or if you got a team from the anniversary, build up that one team so it's very solid so you can compete. And then if you bring it into PvP and you consistently play, you can start aiming to try and get the top 10,000 ranks so you can actually get a 4,000 chrono crystals. Now you can see here it only says 800, but that's only because they renovated it as well a while back, and they made it so that you get chrono crystals based on your group ranking. So if you rank higher in your group, you would obviously get more chrono crystals than you would if you ranked lower. So it's not just the world ranking that you place, it's also your group ranking. But of course, if you're ranking higher, generally speaking, in the world, you would also have a natural higher group ranking. So it kind of works together. So definitely be sure to actually try and build a good team for PvP so you can play. I would say aim for top 10,000 at the bare minimum, but of course if you can go higher, be sure to go higher. But really and truly, once you go higher, your chrono crystals don't actually take an increase, even though it does directly look like that. If you go up in your group ranking, you fight harder people in your group ranking, so you might lose out on CC in the group ranking, and it's so stupid that they've done it like that. So if, for me, for example, if I show you the details, right, I'm getting 1,000 chrono crystals because I would place top 100 to top 1,000, right? I'll get 1,000 there, but in my group ranking, I might not even place top 10, so then I'm getting only an extra 100, where somebody who's only getting down here, they're getting 800 over here, they might place higher and they might get a ton over here, 300 more, so they're also getting more than me just off that. 400, 500, like that's insane if you think about it, but that's how Legends has done it. So it's quite tough, but it is what it is. Definitely just play PvP in general. I'm just making my complaint because I'm a god ranker. In the same way PvP gives you chrono crystals, there's Tournament of Power. So if I open it up right now, you'd see I'm actually going to get rewarded because it's the first time I'm opening it up. But Tournament of Power is simply a game mode where you just build up on a board. It's not really active like PvP, it's more like PvE, but you're still competing to get a higher rank. So you can see here I got 101 million. I got 100 chrono crystals for the battle score, and then I get 1,000 chrono crystals for where I ranked because I'm top 10,000, and I try to do that every single time. It's not really like a big deal or anything, but as long as you're getting top 10,000, you're getting your 1,000 chrono crystals. The team I use is just Regen. It's not really the most ideal team, but because I have everyone friendship 10 and I have actually good equipment all the way around, I'm able to actually get top 10,000 with the team that I'm using. So if I actually show you the rewards as well, it takes a while to load, which is why I don't like TOP, but if you press the I, it's going to take forever. It always takes forever when I load TOP. Alright, cool. Then you go to season details. You can see the rewards here, and you also get chrono crystals from the missions and for reaching the top when you actually get to the top of the TOP board. Now, the main thing I want to say, if you're going to play TOP, definitely check out the content creators that I've listed on the screen. But the one thing as well, you don't want to die. If you die, it's over. If you die, it's over. You're not going to be able to get 10,000. So make sure you don't die by any means possible. But outside of that, you're good. But you can see you get chrono crystals for reaching the top, so that's also valid. So yeah, same way with PvP, TOP, every 2 weeks as well. Make sure to play. Co-op is a game mode that pretty much nobody likes, but at the same time, just playing it is so beneficial. So the same way with events, you'd obviously be getting your chrono crystals from the first time clear, and then you'd be getting your chrono crystals from the challenges, but that's like a one-time thing. But there's also chrono crystals in the exchange shop. But right now specifically, there's the 80 million user campaign, and because of those, you'd actually be able to get the medals, but then you'd also benefit from getting dual coins, which you can use for getting chrono crystals 300. Each 100 costs 1,500, so it's 4,500 for 300 chrono crystals. Again, it's not a large amount, but it's just extra pieces that you can pick up all around the game, and if you want to increase your odds overall, you should take advantage of every possible way in the game. Co-op is very tedious. You have to do 3 a day to maximize your dual coins, but at the same time, you don't want to miss out on the 80 million user campaign coins right now, the medals, and then on top of that, you can just get dual coins on the side, and the exchange shop's pretty neat as well outside of that. So yeah, definitely be sure to play co-op, hyperdimensional co-op. It's tedious right now, but it's always tedious if we're being honest. Next up, we got the mission plan. The mission plan is a very good way to get chrono crystals. So with the premium, you're able to get 2,000, right? And that's if you want to pay for it every single 14 days. But if you don't, then you'd be getting 500. And that's assuming you pick the Battle Lovers plan, which you should pick because it's the most profitable mission plan. The other mission plans do not give you as much chrono crystals, but it's in exchange for other resources. And really, truly, we're here for chrono crystals, so you should take advantage of the Battle Lovers plan over anything else. Here it gives an explanation of what it is, but it's just a list of missions that you complete. I've completed all of them, but most of them are like PvP, upgrade equipment, and some other basic stuff that you would do anyway, like play co-op. But if you're doing everything in the game, you will be able to complete the mission list for the mission plan automatically without actually thinking. Adventures as well, something I want to point out for the mission plan. So yeah, I pay for it, so I'm getting the full 2,000. But if you don't, you're still getting 500, which is better than nothing. So take advantage of that. Daily missions, I haven't done mine yet, but every time you do daily missions, you would actually reset your stamp rally. So yesterday, I just got the 500 chrono crystals and it reset today, so I'm back at the start. But over 14 days, if you're consistent logging in every single day, and the main thing I should probably push in these videos is that if you're looking for chrono crystals, consistency is so important. But yeah, you can't just log in first day and expect to get like 10,000. It's going to be difficult. But being consistent over 14 days, you'd be able to accumulate 1,000 chrono crystals, which is better than what it was prior. So this is actually really good, and it's very easy. You can see over here, complete daily missions, use 10 energy, 5 energy, embark on an adventure, clear bonus battle. One of them that's missing was like play hyperdimensional co-op or PvP. Very simple. But with the same way I'm having this, with your login bonus, if you go to your status, you can change your login bonus. So if I go to change here, I always pick the chrono crystals, but I also pick this because I have the Legends Pass, which actually allows me to pick 2 things, and then I take advantage of that. So that kind of goes top one and one, works together. So yeah, just be consistent on logging every single day. There's also the login bonuses that you get as well. So all 3 works with just being consistent. Next up I want to talk about is RNG. RNG is random number generator, which is basically just the principle of luck. So there's 2 places that you can actually get lucky to get chrono crystals. The main one we often come across, what I do anyways, is treasure battle. In treasure battle you can get chrono crystals. It's not showing me the item list because I already played today, but you can get chrono crystals through that. And on the weekends, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you're able to actually get an adventure, which gives you a chance to get chrono crystals as well, like up to 100, but it's 100 for each day, because you get one of those adventures for each day on the weekend. So Legends weekend, I don't have any right now because obviously the weekend's over. Today's a Wednesday, but if you do see it, then definitely set your adventure and actually use it to increase your odds of getting more chrono crystals. The last way on this list is actually being pay to win. So for the guys that actually want to go pay to win and spend a bit of cash here and there, I'm going to tell you the best things to buy. So off rip, the best 2 things to buy in my opinion are the digger robots. Specifically the silver one, even though it's more expensive, but if you can't get that one, you get the red one. The red one's cheaper, but then it's less chrono crystals over a longer period of time, whereas the silver one's more chrono crystals over a lesser period of time. So think about that. The mission plan is a very effective method. It's probably more effective than the digger robots. This £8 sale is the 1000 one, is a very good sale as well. And there is the weekend sale. Even though it's a very costly one, you also get 200 LLZ power with it. So those I would say are like the most valuable overall. But again, you're free to buy whatever you want, but that's what I would usually get if I was in the shop, if you decide that you want to be paid to win. But yeah, man, that's going to be the end of the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. I'm here to bring you guys the help that you need to get your chrono crystals. So if you haven't already, make sure to press the subscribe button, man. We're on this grind to 70,000 subscribers. I'm gonna leave the video like that though, guys. I appreciate you guys for watching the video. Good luck with your summons if you're chasing him, but if you're not, good luck with your saving. My name is Zakashi, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man.